Hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. Wow. So yeah, welcome to the channel. I know it's growing and everybody keeps coming through, showing love and hitting the like button and subscribing and sharing the videos. Thank you for all that. It keeps us doing more and more every day. So yep. So yeah, today I've got a little campaign I'm working on. It's this one in particular. So yeah, it's that one, and basically maybe I can even do this and hit the new layer button and find this color and just go bam. All right, cool. So that kind of creates a layer on top to hide it. Yeah, something like that. All right. So yeah, it's just so that we focus in here. So yeah, what we're doing on is working on this side. Basically, I have created this top chunk. Okay, this whole top chunk I've created that. The bottom chunk I've created that. But I thought, you know what? Why not just do a video of us creating this middle bit? Okay. So yeah, I'm just creating a skeleton of the thing. So yeah, let's just have some fun creating it. And obviously, if you watch the course, this is just like gonna be repetitive because I'm gonna use the same technique, the quick techniques to get this done. But I'm sure you're gonna pick maybe one or two things that I've collected along the way, reading blogs and stuff, because I always read blogs like every day. But let's go into Dreamweaver. So yeah, this is what I have in here. So yeah, like I said, I coded the top part, coded the bottom part. Now in between here is where we want to put in this section with the girls saying let's train and stuff like that, see more button and stuff like that. So let's get started. And yeah, make sure you hit the like button, because I know a lot of people watch but they don't hit the like button. It does really help. But yeah, let's get started. I'm going to Dreamweaver now. So let's see. So about here is where I need to put the section, the column has to go in there. So let's just get started. So let's see what is going on. All right, cool. So yeah, as always, TR for your row. I'm just gonna indent that back. And I'm sorry for repeating myself, but yeah, it's still the same techniques. Nothing changes. Okay, so yeah, we got this TR, and bum. I'm gonna do align center. Does it work? Yeah, it does. And then inside here, I'm gonna nest another table. Let me just figure out what we create in here. This is freestyling off the top. So yeah, let's just work with it. So so maybe I want it to be 600 pixels in width. And what's gonna happen, I'm gonna split this table into two. So don't forget what I'm trying to say. So basically, wait, maybe let me explain this maybe better. So if I come here, you'll notice that we've got the brush tool. Let me see what color I can choose. Let me choose black so that it's more contrasty when I'm writing. So think of it this way, right? Trying to make the brush smaller. Bracket tool. So think of this way. We've got this whole section we need to create, right? Okay, that's what we need to create. And this section, we've gave it a width of 600 pixels. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, pixels. All right, something like that. 600 pixels. So this whole box is 600 pixels, right? Obviously, above here you've seen that there's other modules that I've created, and down here there's like the footer. All right, I'm sure you remember that. So this particular section that we're focusing on, right, is 600 pixels, right? So we need to create let me do Z. We need to create, right? Look, think about it this way. We need to create if I do B, this, right? So on this side you're gonna have the girls, right? And on that side you're gonna have the text. So say we split it right here, and say we say the picture of the girls is here and then the text is here. So you'd now have to divide this 600, okay, mathematically, precisely, appropriately, pixel perfectly, if that's a word. So it just works out and doesn't give you problems down the road. So we got base 600. So now this side, say for example, if we wanted to do 3, all right, sorry, you know what, I'm gonna have to write slower. 300. Okay, so this side is 300, and let's say that side is 300. All right, so 300, 300. So that means that's an even split in the middle. What if we want this side to be slightly bigger? Because in here it looks like it's slightly bigger. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see. So we make this, if we were to make this 400, okay, this side would be what, 200. Okay, so if we wanted to make this 250, what would this side be? 350. So you're just balancing the numbers basically, mathematically, like that, you know. So that's essentially what we are actually needing to do. One little tip, I didn't write on a new layer today, so everything is literally on there. So but anyway, you see here, let me use a different color. You see here, and sort of here as well. This whole section, this part here, I don't know if you can see clearly, this whole part here that I'm squiggling, right? If I undo that, like that whole little part, maybe if I do like the little thing, this whole part here, you have to be mindful of this, because you can see that there's a gap between here and here. Okay, so you have to consider all of that. You can see that there's a gap between this image and the next section. So this gap, when you're building your code, you have to also factor that in. So that could be 30 pixels, or that could be 40 pixels, who knows. Okay, this could be 30 pixels maybe. Okay, and also you got this gap between the text, like here, right here. Okay, you have to think about that, because when people are giving you a design, they're expecting it to be pixel perfect as per design, as per your Photoshop design. So all this gap, you have to think about those things. Okay, what else? Most important as well, this is in the course, most important, this part, wait, let's do it properly. This part here and this part here, there's a gap. Okay, very important gap, that one. Very important, extremely important actually. So let's do it again actually, so that I actually stress out this point. I'm gonna use blue, like a blue. So this gap here, okay, very important. Okay, why am I saying it's very important? I'm saying it's very important because remember these numbers that we were writing here, that gap here, say for example, if that gap is this gap, if it's say 50 pixels, right, that means it has to come out of the 600. That means these numbers can't be the same. So that means there's a 50 here. So that means we might say, let's take 25 out of this side. So then it'll be like 3, do your math. Whoa. All right, we might take 25 out of there. So it's 325, 325 here, actually 225. Okay, so it becomes 225 because we have a 50 gap in the middle. So it's no longer 250. It's no longer 350, but it's now 325. See? So these numbers are very important, like extremely important. Like it's something that helps you down the road, let's say that. So for example, let's change the numbers. If, say for example, this 50 is 100, okay, so this 50, this gap here, it says 100 pixels separate into 2 sections, this section and that section, right? It's 100 pixels. We already know we're needing to subtract 100 from the 600 base, right? So now we already know like this section is working with 500, okay? And then we could do it that way to say let's subtract from 500, or we could say let's subtract the 100 from these numbers. So 100 from 350, 100 from the 250, but then obviously that means it's 200. So we split the 100 50-50 and say let's take 50 away from the 350, then we're left at 300. Let's take 50 from the 250, then we're left at 200, which means 200 on the left, 300 on the right, 100 pixels in the middle. We get our column done. This essentially is part of the maths. All right, this essentially is part of the maths that you have to do when you're calculating your columns, and that is very important. All right, so because I don't want to like make this video too long, because if I actually end up going into Photoshop and coding, it might get confusing. So I'd rather stop this video here, all right, and do a part 2 when I'm actually coding that section in Dreamweaver. I think that'll be fair, because if you needed to actually crunch down these numbers and understand how these numbers are broken down, you might need this only video by itself, so that if you needed to rewatch it and whatever, it's literally this. And I'll title it something like working out the numbers, you know, like calculating the numbers for your HTML build or something like that for your columns. So yeah, essentially you need to get those numbers perfectly right, so that it's pixel perfect, so that it actually doesn't, you know, make it difficult for you down the road. It's just that kind of thing. That's what separates a beginner junior email developer to a senior email developer, to somebody who actually understands what's going on within your email development, you know. So let me stop the video here, and I'll jump back into Dreamweaver in the next part, and like I promised, I'll code this next section, and I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Hey, hope you're having a good day. I got some good news. The course is now available. Click the link below to get full access, and if you're new, consider subscribing.